Mic'd up.
And welcome everybody to On the Tee Florida's Mic'd Up on the Shipyard Sports Connection Network from Tampa Bay to New England. I am John Reger, Mic'd Up PJ broadcaster and host of this episode called Wild Bill's PJ Tour Weather and Golf Banter, coming to you from the Sea Dog Brewing Company's St. Augustine studio and the Backyard Golf Association headquarters in Gainesville, Florida. This week, it's the place that Jack built, the Memorial Tournament on the PGA Tour. Not only will we hear about the weather forecast, which always plays an integral part of the outcome, we'll also include some banter about the special things surrounding this event, including the never-ending golf course reservations, the best dang milkshakes in all the land, and a ricochet that won a playoff with a World Golf Hall of Famer. Now it's time for Wild Bill Stereau for his take on this week's weather from the Memorial Golf Tournament in Muirfield Village, Dublin, Ohio.
Woohoo! Hello, Coach. Welcome to this week's edition of Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report, reporting to you live remotely from the Buckeye State, the home of the Golden Bear. This week, we follow the PGA Tour to Dublin, Ohio, as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament. And just like the previous 49 years, the Memorial Tournament is coming to you live from Muirfield Village Golf Club. This 4-day, 72-player PGA signature event features an elite top-tier playing field along with a $20 million purse. There's also an exciting star-studded celebrity pro-am on Wednesday, which will give us 5 glorious days of golf at this prestigious course that Jack built and rebuilt again and again and again. Details to follow. Now, in addition, not only does this tournament honor the Golden Bear, this tournament was practically born from the Bear's own blood, sweat, and tears. It brings extra special attention to what many consider the biggest name in golf and possibly the greatest golfer that ever played the game. The Golden Bear holds the all-time record for the most professional major championship victories. The Bears' 18 major professional championships include 6 Masters, 5 PGA championships, 4 U.S. Opens, 3 Open championships. There's 2 of us, John, and I feel like I want to sing a partridge in a pear tree. Now, the Bear has amassed a total of 73 PGA Tour wins and holds the record for the most runner-up finishes and has 56 top 5 finishes in major championships. The Golden Bear has won the Players' Championship 3 times. It was named PGA Player of the Year 5 times. The Bear was also inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1974 and voted the Golfer of the Century in 1988, and he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005 by George W. Bush. In addition, prior to his pro career, he has won 2 U.S. Amateur Championships, and after his pro career, he secured 10 Senior PGA Tour wins, including 8 Senior Majors. So, if by chance you've had your head buried in a bunker for the last 50 years, we are talking about the phenomenal, the extraordinary, the magnificent, the legendary, the one, the only Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus. Ha ha! And as always, this tournament host, the Golden Bear, will be there, a little Dr. Seuss humor here and there, on the 18th green to congratulate the winner. A 50-year tradition featuring a larger-than-life persona. What a legacy we have up here in Muirfield Village Golf Club, John. Now, Muirfield is defined by elevation changes, up and down, pure bent grass surfaces, and continuous renovations year after year after year after every Memorial Day tournament or Memorial Tournament. Every single green on this course has been tweaked, adjusted, fine-tuned, or completely rebuilt by Jack at least once. Now, nobody really seems to be able to give me the exact number of renovations this course has gone through that Jack built, and it appears that this mystery will continue to grow. So, this is where my hard hat comes into play, John. I'm figuring, Jack's getting a little bit older and he needs someone to pick up this legacy golf ball and keep it flying down the proverbial fairway. So I got my hard hat, I got some golden locks, and I went and met with the Bear earlier today, and he said I'm the man for the job. He said I reminded him of a younger years ago. Wow. So, but all kidding aside, no, but seriously, Jack needs a sidekick, and I think I got the job. So I'm taking the initiative and starting to work on one of these greens early. But don't tell him. I want it to be a surprise. Now, as much as I enjoy talking golf history and rebuilding the course that Jack built, we all know how the weather will affect the outcome of this tournament. So we also need to talk some golf weather here. Now, Weather conditions play a significant role in scoring here at Murfield. Sunny, warm, and dry conditions will result in firmer fairways and greens, allowing the ball to run farther and faster on both the fairways and the greens, and allowing some par fives to possibly be approachable in two. However, spring thunderstorms and showers not only bring May flowers, but they also bring increased ball spin, less rollout, resulting in fewer eagle opportunities and some significant weather delays. The bent grass greens here at Murfield become dangerously fast when dry. However, the rain later in the week may make them more receptive regarding stopping power, allowing the ability to shoot some darts. Now, temperature and humidity factors will also play a role in ball flight, distance, and accuracy. And this course is notorious for spinning winds, especially on holes 16 and 17. So some poor judgment and club selection could result in some significantly higher scores. Weather is going to be the wild card, John. Weather this week for the Memorial Tournament is looking a little chilly start for Wednesday morning's Pro-Am, beginning with a sunny morning in the low 60s at the first tee box, reaching approximately 80 by mid-afternoon, with the sun shining brightly all day. Clouds will start moving in on Thursday and increase on Friday with temperatures in the low to mid 80s until Saturday morning. That's when the meteorological fun begins, John. Saturday morning will begin with a chance of rain and increase to higher chances of thunderstorms by early afternoon, with temperatures rising to the low 80s. But Sunday, it appears that the thunderstorms will subside, but the rain could possibly continue all day long with temps just barely breaking 80. But there is a possibility of some sunshine peeking through the afternoon and possibly basking the 18th green as the Golden Bear congratulates the Memorial Tournament champion. Now, that would be quite a show for the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament here at Murfield Village Golf Club. Now, and that, John, is Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report coming to you live remotely from the Memorial Tournament at Murfield Village Golf Club in Dublin, Ohio, and the Backyard Golf Association. Wild Bill is signing out. Back to you, John, because I got to get back to work on this green before the tournament starts.
You know, Bill, you're talking about spinning winds and you're doing this, okay? I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure that's the hand gesture you want to have, especially the way you're dressed with the Golden Bear hard hat. It's called swirling winds,
Swirling
swirling winds.
winds. There we go.
You were doing
Swirling winds.
spinning winds, and if somebody was watching this and the sound was off, they would probably get that sign language right away.
Oh, they
But
probably would. All right, swirling winds.
now, Bill, you're the champion at props. I'm like, what kind of prop can I bring today? Well, one of the things we want to banter about is that, yes, there's a lot of golf courses out there, especially high-profile golf courses that do a lot of renovations and redesign. Augusta National is probably the first one that comes to mind. It seems like they're always redoing
Yep.
it. But Muirfield's right there. The Memorial Tournament. If you do further research on this, we're talking like three major renovations, and every year something different. And so I've had the honor and privilege to be on a development team of 6 golf courses. Okay, out of the ground, all the vertical improvements, 18 holes from all the way to opening, right? But I couldn't come up with a hard hat prop. Those are days gone by. But I got my
You got a
shovel and I'm
shovel.
ready to go.
Awesome.
I'm ready to come down there to the Backyard Golf Association because last time I was there, your backyard golf course is in dire need of some renovations out there. So to boot, what I've done here is just to help you out a little bit. I actually have. I broke out the golf course design book.
Look
Okay,
at that.
golf course design. This is a book that it's all on the internet now. Everybody's got an app and they've got the phone. You should have to have a golf library to go build a golf course. The golf course architects and civil engineers and everybody involved. But this book is called Golf Course Design. And Robert Grays, they didn't name Muirfield after him, but that is a definite Scottish name there. And
Yep.
Jeffrey Cornish. And so this book actually is kind of a fun book. I'm not trying to sell it online or anything, but if you want to go build a golf course, even today, everything you need to know on how to build a golf course is in this book right here. So that's how we used to do it. We used to have our library, have our books. We would show up with our shovel and our book and try to figure it out. But nowadays, it's all technology and stuff like that. Hey, Bill, I was also looking at a couple things here, doing some research, and one of the big things is the milkshakes that they have at at Muirfield Village here, golf
Now we're
course.
talking about
Okay,
a drink, not a dance, right?
Yeah, that's right. Not the milkshake, but it's the milkshake, right?
Yep.
And it's really fascinating here. I mean, evidently, this has become such a tradition that everybody wants to get a milkshake. The players, the caddy, the media,
Really?
anybody
All
has
right.
access to the thing. And they have the signature chocolate milkshake. It's making me thirsty now. And the players say it's the absolute best on tour. So it says it's so iconic, the caddies, media, and even volunteers make time to grab one. Now, here's what they do. Now, I know this is the Food Network. We will be looking for Guy Fieri on the next episode, but
Oh
they're
boy.
talking about it's premium ice cream. It almost is like soft serve ice cream, but it's premium ice cream, whole milk, 100%, natural syrup. So here's some players' comments on them. Okay. John Rahm, the Spaniard, has called these milkshakes dangerous. All right.
Hey,
Billy Horschel says he looks forward to them as much as the golf tournament itself. All right.
wow.
And
That's pretty impressive.
Jack Nicklaus jokes he's created a monster in the locker room with these chocolate milkshakes here. So, so kudos to them. Hey, one of the things I mentioned in the opening here is the shot on the 17th hole playoff. It was a shot that ricocheted off of a gallery rope. They have these little stands, they run the rope through it. And this was 1976, as a matter of fact. So probably it could have been, I guess, maybe it was the first year of the tournament. Roger Maltby, who we all know and love, he's on television. I know the NBC keeps bringing it back a little bit because he's the guy that's he's got the mustache and the glasses and he's walking around out there and he's giving you a report here. And so that was like, one of his early years on the tour. He's actually a pretty good tour player. And he and Hale Irwin, the World Golf Hall of Famer. Now, Hale wasn't the World Golf Hall of Famer at the time, but Hale already won the U.S. Open. So they were tied after 72 holes. So on the par 4 17th and the first sudden death playoff hole, Roger Maltby pulled a 4-iron way left. Okay, it looks like it's going OB. It's, am I a rookie, young guy on the tour, future World Golf Hall of Famer, U.S. Open champ. It struck a thin gallery rope stake, okay? And it bounced back onto the green 20 feet from the hole.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
So
lucky.
what happened was Hale had a 10-foot putt for birdie. Well, Maltby 2-footed for par. Hale was rattled by this, and he missed his 10-foot birdie putt. So they moved to the 18th hole, and Roger Maltby won that playoff. And so a volunteer retrieved the stake and gave it to Maltby right at the end of the round. He put it in his bag. And you know what he did? That's a memento. Your first win on the tour, gives him that gallery stake, puts it in his golf bag. Well, Roger was known as somebody who enjoyed his beverages and wanted to, have a nice little time in the bar afterwards with all the patrons in the gallery.
He walked
He
around
left
the
it in the
steak.
hotel room. He left his gallery steak in the hotel room.
Oh no. I thought you were
But-
going to tell me that he sent it to the other guy signed.
that would be great. So anyway, that was one of the craziest bounces in
Wow.
Muirfield. So yeah,
That's very interesting.
Holy cow.
Have you
Holy
ever
cow.
played there?
I have not played there, but I tell you, somebody who has locally there that him, not John Darr Sr., but John Darr Jr. Because I think that through insurance, he's a well-known insurance broker there in town, and he got to play there as a guest of one of the big insurance companies. Now, John Darr Jr. is a wonderful player, and I'm at the Hawkstone. It used to be called Hale Plantation, obviously. I have to keep repeating myself on that. But at Hawkstone, the 7th hole, John Darr Jr. from the Tips made a hole-in-one one day. Hit a driver and made on the 7th hole. It's that straight hole.
Right.
Like, it's over 300 yards now. It's not like a short little hole. It's got to be 320 or 30 still.
Right.
I mean, and he
From the Whites,
made a hole-in-one. So
from
he
the Whites,
played at Muirfield. Well, John played at Muirfield in the Pro-Am. And he said it was the hardest golf course that he ever played. And John Darr Jr. played college golf, a great amateur champ, and still a pretty good golfer today, even though he likes to go do a little bit more tailgating and maybe play a guitar here or there. But I think that's how tough that golf course is.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that I play with my son that from the Tips can put it on the green sometimes. On that hole. Yeah. I'm lucky if I make it to the fringe from the whites. Getting older at 62. I'm pretty soon I'm going to roll up there in a wheelchair. But I got to get the green finished before I turn 62. I got to get finished by
Well,
tomorrow.
that's right. That is absolutely right, Bill. I can tell you that. Yeah, and we have a few more minutes here, and I just wanted to ask you about, now that it's growing season
Yes.
and spring has sprung, and now it's summer. How's that backyard golf association? How's that
Oh,
backyard golf
I,
course doing?
I can take you for a little tour and show you how green
Yeah,
the
let's
grass is
let's do
getting
a
here.
quick tour. Let's
So
do a
here
little
we are.
quick tour there.
So here, I haven't mowed the greens lately. We're just letting the grass grow out.
Yeah.
But there's our signature hole right here coming up to the clubhouse.
Oh, look how green everything is.
Oh
You don't have a
yes.
filter on your camera. Holy
Nope,
smokes.
nope. It's all green. Everything's greened out. Yep.
You
Everything's
should
turned
be
out green.
growing. You should be growing crops for the starving kids in China. You can send them over. Look at all that. I mean, that's fertile ground there.
Oh
You
yes,
don't
it's
have
doing very
cattle
well.
out there, do you?
Oh, it used to be cattle fields. This used
Oh,
to be cattle
really?
fields. Yeah, this used to be a homesteaded cattle field that was awarded to some groups after the Civil War. And so
Really?
when they went and built on all this field here, they had to track down like 40 or 50% of the descendants to get them to sign off on the sales and everything like that. They had to track down like
Wow.
some 250 some people. Yep,
No kidding.
yep. The
So,
UPS guy used the UPS guy used to come here. A black fella would come here and he'd come up to me. He goes, I used to play on this property when I was little. He says, my grandma lived here. And he used to tell me, he could tell me all the landmarks on the property. It was hilarious. He goes, yeah, I was here like 40, 50 years ago. It was just amazing. So every time he comes by, we talk to him. He's a nice guy.
that's absolutely incredible. That's something. So, when's your next tournament there at the Backyard Golf Association? I haven't seen anything online about
Well,
any type of
everybody's so
tournament, and I
busy.
know these are invitational only tournaments,
Yeah. Well,
and
when
they
you
all
coming
have a
down?
special theme. So, when's your next event? When's your
Oh, I
next
don't
tournament?
know. I got to get the kids together. So it's probably going to be a holiday when everybody shows back up again. Ellie's up in Michigan. Will's, too busy practicing for his tournaments. And Jack's now practicing for tournaments. And Ava's in school, college.
Hey,
So
for
it's
our viewers out
holidays.
there, he's rattling off this name. Ellie is his daughter, who's a golf professional, PGA golf professional. She's up in Michigan now. And young Will Sterow, he's played in the USGA Junior Championship, and he's a budding next elite golfer. And so we're looking forward to that. So, hey, with that, Bill, you need to get in the shower and get that hairdo shampooed. Looks like
Oh, yeah.
the humidity's starting to curl it up. All right, everybody. Well, there you have it. You've been listening to On the Tee Florida's Mic'd Up, featuring Wild Bill's golf weather and banter on the
Woo!
Shipyard Sports Connection Network from Tampa Bay to New England, brought to you by the Sea Dog Brew Pub, Treasure Island. I'm your host, Mic'd Up PJ broadcaster John Reger. And remember to always carry an umbrella in case it rains. See you next week.